So, Ms. Afshe, thanks for doing this for me. How well prepared do you feel to teach students with disabilities and other special learning needs?
Um, I feel it's in between. Sometimes I do feel prepared. Depends on the disability and the learning needs of students, because I think I have a strength in one area of students with just regular learning disabilities, but I know I have challenges with students with emotional needs. That's my challenge. But with students with learning disabilities, I feel like I'm well prepared. But with the emotional, if they have an emotional ED attached to it, I'm not as prepared still to face that challenge with the emotional disability. But learning disability, I feel like we're well prepared for that.
And did you complete a traditional program or alternative certification?
I went to Lamar University with a traditional program. I student taught my senior year, just had a fall semester. I did observation, and the spring semester I actually I student taught, and I graduated in May of that year. So it was a traditional university educational program.
Okay, so Ms. Afshe, being a general education teacher, in your opinion, what are the characteristics of effective inclusive instruction?
In my opinion, characteristics of effective inclusive instruction is where the inclusion teacher also attends the meetings and know what's on the lesson plan. Also, the teacher assistants are actually assisting their student and know their IEPs and able to implement and support the general ed teacher, and also able to modify the lessons for that special education student.
So, can you please describe the frequency and methods of collaboration between you and the special education teacher working with your students with disabilities?
Okay, we have weekly meetings where we have the lesson plan from our coaches, our reading, math, or science coaches, and they're all aware of the learning needs of most, especially the students that have been here for a while. They all aware of the learning needs of those students, and they pretty quick to get information and gather data on students that are new. So it's a community, a school community that comes together to provide the best educational performance and teaching program for those students.
What is your biggest challenge in working with students with disabilities?
Like I said earlier, the biggest challenge is the students with emotional needs. That is very hard because sometimes they have to be removed from the classroom, so they're not in the learning environment, and so they get behind. It just it's just like a domino effect. But that's my biggest challenge: the students with emotional needs in the regular inclusive classroom, because sometimes they need a break or they need to be removed from the general education classroom, and so their education is being affected because they're not in the learning environment where they need to keep up with their work. But it's just the emotional disability is the biggest challenge.
Okay, so my final question to you is I will be in my own classroom next fall. What recommendations do you have to help me prepare to teach students with disabilities and other special learning needs?
Okay. My advice is to make sure that you know the individual education plan for each of your students. Have a good working relationship with the special education teacher. Also have a good relationship with the teacher assistant, so you'll be able to tell them what needs, how can they support you when they do come into the classroom. So that's my advice. Just make sure you have a good working relationship with the special education department and making sure that the students are being served.
Thank you so much. I just interviewed Ms. Afshe. She's one of our general education teachers. Thank you.